Most of us have used someone else's macro before. Maybe it worked perfectly every time, or just as likely, maybe it was sometimes glitchy, but no one knew how to fix it. Or maybe you even had cool ideas for improvements, but for lots of us, the code can be intimidating, and Googling terms takes you down a rabbit hole where everyone is using this foreign language and your head is spinning. But VBA is no longer a foreign language to us, so let's try and test our new skills on a real-world example. Some housekeeping before I jump into the scenario. 1, if you're using a work computer or a computer that is managed by an admin other than yourself, you may not be able to use macro-enabled files. So contact your admin or switch to a personally owned device if you run into trouble. 2, while I'm confident that the files that I post are safe, I generally do not encourage downloading macro-enabled files from the internet and running the macros contained therein. It is absolutely possible for undesirable stuff to be inside. And 3, these exercise files are for training purposes only, and these examples are demonstrated using Excel 2016-0365 on Windows 10. Okay, here's the scenario. The pricing team needs to scrape data from a website several times a day. They have a system that automates the scrape and drops the data into Excel, but the system doesn't record the field names or the record names. Luckily, the field and record names are always the same. Someone already made a macro for this, but they are no longer with the company. Recently, someone attempted to make changes to the macro, and the macro is no longer working properly. Take a look and make the changes necessary to make this macro work again. I'll explain how it should work. I should be able to run this macro, and it adds some rows at the top and a column on the left, and labels show up to explain the data that I'm working with. But what actually happens is this. See if you can diagnose the issues and get this macro working again. If you run the macro and this happens, you've succeeded. Remember to post on this video if you need help. And if you get it working, go check out the comment section to see if you can help anyone else out. Good luck.